let's get started. We are everyone. For minutes in, yeah, let's do it. Okay, welcome everyone to today's Gnosis quarter call. Thanks for coming. So let's do the agenda. Start with infrastructure. Any updates from Gateway?
Hello, Sergey from Gateway. First is RPC keeps working well. We are in progress of implementing batch limits for requests. Currently fixing several regressions arised with it. And consensus layer proxy is in progress of its creation too.
That's
all for me.
Thank you. Any updates from Shutter?
So we're testing peer exchange, and we're also still investigating an issue where keys are missed, but we've been able to reproduce it. And we're building a new Shutter release, which will include the fixes. Yeah.
Thank you. Any updates for Hive?
Hi, no updates regarding Hive. I started learning Ethereum.test. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I was reaching out. I haven't able to run your Docker file, but I will try to do it today. So have you been able to do that on your own? What's the status?
Oh, sorry, which one?
So running the test generation with Nethermind.
I think you might confuse two people, Dimitra and Erigon.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, regarding that Docker image, I think that you will need to use the one that has the configs for Gnosis, because the one that Jerkulan provided, I think that is in itself for Nethermind, and I am not 100% sure that contains all the changes that I did for Gnosis specific things. I can provide one later if you want.
And I can ask Erigon to join those calls.
Yeah, it would be sweet. So I was talking with Dimitri from Ethereum testing, and he said he hasn't personally run Nethermind, and like with other clients when they integrate, they had a lot of compatibility bugs with like strings and exactly what the protocol is expecting. Like I'm wondering if have you done enough testing of the protocol to iron those out, or how like bug-free is the implementation as of now?
I am not sure about what you are referring about the difference between between the compatibility between the tools, because exactly what we aimed with the EVM implementation on Nethermind was to be exactly a mapping between Nethermind and the Geth one, so it should not have those kind of issues.
Okay, thanks.
So regarding Ethereum test itself, I am finishing the last touches on the implementation needed for runtime from Gnosis, and writing some documentation to hand it over to Dimitri. Should be done by next week, by end of the week. Sorry.
Got it. So what specific implementation? I want to bring up DevJit from us is working on trying to run the tests on our fork of Gnosis, and we're having issues with the Genesis because we need to pre-deploy all the Aura contracts, otherwise the system calls fail. But
Yeah,
that populates
that
the tree significantly.
That happens too with the hack test. We need to do some tweaks on the Genesis file. And the chain
could you share that with us on the, or maybe Devjit and Marcos, if you want to talk over chat afterwards, that would be cool.
I guess that would be better over chat with some basis.
Yeah. Because we were wondering how many contracts do we have to deploy, if it has to be all of them. And it's quite polluting. And it's kind of, I'm not sure how it works with Hive, but with Ethereum test is more annoying because the Genesis block has a state root that's hard-coded, and that comes from the generation step. So if what we are doing now, which is mutating the generated vectors, it just breaks the test. So the addition of the contracts have to be done upwards of the pipeline, and it just complicates everything. So I'm not sure if you have ideas or you have run into this issue already.
Not yet specifically in Ethereum test.
Okay. Another issue that we're running into is, so our suspicion as of now is that we are getting an empty return from the block reverse contract, probably because we don't have all the infrastructure, all the contracts deployed. So somewhere in the system called delegate call stack, we have a revert because a contract doesn't exist. But what the system call receive is a successful call with an empty return. I'm not sure if I explain exactly the situation, but is that expected?
Would be great if you share those details on.
Yeah, let's do it over text. Yeah, that would be more precise. Okay, we'll do that afterwards. Okay, so client updates, Nethermind.
Yes, so we are going to release hotfix for Gnosis Chain block production. We will have to encourage validators to update this version. We will share more details about this issue soon, probably on next Gnosis Core Devs call. So yeah, it happened yesterday, and we found the bug. That's it.
Also, from preparation point of view about release, we are testing right now on different chains, and also in meantime we are preparing the Shutter version with the fix as well. So we'll be able to also update Shutter validators to not have that issue as well. We are already applying the version on Chiado. We'll execute some testing on Chiado quickly. If everything will be working well, we'll upgrade one of our validators on Gnosis, verify if all is good, and then we will share this version to other Shutter validators.
Thank you. Erigon.
No updates in particular. Still working towards changes in Petra DevNet 4, unless Milan has something.
No updates from my side. I think for Shutter, I'm still in early stages of just familiarizing myself with it. And yeah, I'm going to start focusing entirely on Shutter next week. I'm currently finalizing a previous project. But yeah, next week I should be 100% focused on Shutter. That's all for me.
Thank you. Geth, William here. No. Okay. So let's assume no updates. Ref, I briefly mentioned where we're at, but if you want to give a more overview, that's it.
Yep. So last week I told you about the state root mismatch issue. So that is fixed, and right now we are trying to integrate testing for the Ethereum test vectors. But yeah, running into issues would be good if I can catch Marcos offline, and because both me and Leon, we are suspecting it's some fallback or system fallback issue in a proxy contract, or that's what we'll do next is basically deploy all the contracts. But still, to discuss further errors, I want to catch hold of Marcos offline, maybe on Telegram.
Oh, and the reason for the mismatch was the 0.0 address. So thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah, the return type, whatever was being called, it was just returning a success with a 0 data.
Sorry, this system root mismatch was 0.0 address?
No. So we are calling the block rewards contract, which is the 20001, that address. Okay, so that is supposed to return a list, that's supposed to return 2 vectors basically, but it's returning 0x, which is empty return. However, the return type is success. So I mean, ideally it should have failed, halted, or reverted, but nope, it is returning success with an empty return.
Yeah, sorry, we had 2 overlapping conversations. I briefly mentioned about the last week issue.
Oh, okay.
Which it gets me to wonder why the 0 address? What role does it play in the chain?
I think it was reverse engineering by Łukasz. I mean, it was like that in Open Ethereum because just history of the chain this chain started with Open Ethereum, and then Nethermind took whatever was done there. Yeah.
So you mean that maybe something in the initialization of PostDAO contracts touches the 0 address for some reason?
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we are done with client updates. Regarding Petra, I'm not sure we have anything to add. At least on my side.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, from our side, Carlo has been working on updating the chain spec template and is prepared a lot with the beacon config. We can share that later on Telegram. We are working on updating our tools for the new for the coming deployments to the latest versions, and DevNet 0 should be ready by end of week.
Got it. Nice, thanks. Any other comments regarding Petra?
I think Dimitra will be working on porting some testing because Dimitra can comment on that, but generally there are tests that are being used on this DevNet and they cannot be applied without any changes. Dimitra, can you share more details here?
Yeah, we thinking how to test Vector. We need to discuss it internally, and I think we will provide more details next week.
Thank you. And regarding research, there are no updates from my side. Anyone wants to add anything?
Is there anything very active in terms of research that you think that is important for the Gnosis chain? Or
So besides Shutter, the other project that's still open is the block rent or gas futures. Besides that, I don't think there's anything relevant at the moment.
Okay, I think someone from Nethermind was involved in this gas features, but not from the, let's say, core group. Am I correct here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we've gone through the agenda. Anyone else wants to discuss anything specific? Any topics, comments, questions? Okay, then let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And we'll discuss these things that we talked now async on the chat. Thank you, everyone. Have a good week. See you soon.
Thank
you.
you.
See you. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.